watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. The Commission on Elections vows it will push through tearing down illegal campaign materials after recording several violations during the first day of the campaign period for the Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. Just 1 day into the 10-day campaign period, the poll body has issued over 100 show-cause orders for illegal campaigning. It warned illegal campaigning can be a ground for disqualification and may result in an election offense. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have COMELEC Chairman George Garcia. Chairman, good to see you. Welcome to the source, sir.
Good morning, Ma'am Pinky. Good morning to all the televiewers. Mga kababayan po natin, magandang umaga.
So nag-arangkada na po. Umarangkada na kahapon. The start of the 10-day campaign period. How would you assess the first day, sir?
Compliant pa rin naman po yung ating mga kababayan. Medyo may ilan lang na mga pasaway, yung mga naglalagay pa rin sa mga poste at sa mga kawad ng kuryente. Wag na po na sana nilang gagawin. Alam mo, Ma'am Pinky, generally naman napakaayos, napaka-peaceful nung unang araw. Kaya lang ang napapansin natin, ito po kasing mga kandidato natin, pinapabayaan yung mga supporters nila o yung mga tauhan nila na magkabit ng mga campaign materials kasi hindi nila na-orient o na-train man lang. Kaya hindi alam nung mga nagkakabit kung saan dapat ikabit at ano yung mga prohibited na pagkakabitan at kung ano yung sizes lang na requirement natin. Sana sa mga natitira pang 8 araw mula ngayong araw na ito, sana mabigyan nila ng tamang gabay yung kanila po mga supporters.
That is their responsibility, sir. Kung plano ho nilang magsilbi, hindi ho ba? Dapat disiplinado sila at kailangan turuan din nila yung kanilang mga supporters na gawin yung tama at legal.
Tama po, ma'am. Kasi sa bandang huli, sila naman po yung madidisqualify at makakasuhan. Hindi naman po yung mga nagpo-postering natin o yung mga nag-operation kabit. And that's why, again, the obligation belongs to the candidates. It is their duty, it is their mandate, and at the same time, sila po ang responsible dito at may liability.
But you know, Chairman, what happens for example in cases na hindi naman po yung kanilang supporters ang naglagay dun sa non-common poster areas? For example, may isa pong kandidato, ay gusto sirahan yung isang kandidato at got wind or has in their possession some of the posters at ilalagay po doon sa mga common poster areas. How does that work out?
Ma'am Pinky, kumita na po kasi yung ganong klaseng dahilan. Matagal na pong kumita yon, so hindi na po natin yun masyadong kakagatin. But sa atin po is, sige, nilagay nung iba, di tanggalin mo. Ikaw naman yun nandun yung pagmumukha. Tanggalin mo dahil illegally posted dyan, pababayaan mo. So pag pinabayaan mo, ikaw talaga ang kakasuhan namin. Ikaw i-inform at ino-notify po namin. So again, dyan naman po papasok na muli yung responsibility mo bilang isang kandidato. Watch your back, but at the same time, watch your people also.
Right. So mas strict po yung rules that were implemented, hindi ho pa, this campaign period. Bawal po mga t-shirt, bawal ang bowlers, bawal ang mga caps at mga tokens. What made this campaign period, what pushed you to make this campaign period stricter? And ano pa ho yung mga bawal?
Ma'am Pinky, matagal na po actually mga rules na yan. Batas pa nga po yung mga yan. Hindi lang po talaga rules na promulgated ng COMELEC. We would like to make a difference. Ibig sabihin, we would like to set a standard that from now on, that should really be the mode of campaign. That should really be how the candidate should behave in all our elections. Kung dati-rati napapalampas sila, wag po ngayon dahil gusto natin mag-set ng standard so that sa mga susunod na eleksyon, ganyan na lang po talaga dapat ang ginagawa natin. And we have the support of the people, yung ating mga constituencies, gusto naman po lahat nila yan. Now, bawal magpakain before, during, and after a campaign meeting. Bawal magpakain kahit dyan sa mga rallies. Bawal po yung pamimigay ng mga sinabi nyo na po kanina. Kahit po small items lang, hindi naman po pinag-uusapan kung magkano ang liit o laki ng presyo ng mismong item na yan. Dahil yun po yung batas. Kung gusto niyo po, di baguhin natin ang batas. Pero Kongreso po magbabago. Hindi naman kami. We are going to strictly implement the law. That is our mandate. And we will have to discipline yung ating pong mga kandidato.
Chairman, to be clear, pag meron pong umiikot na kandidato at yung kanyang mga supporters, pwede pong nakasuot ng bowler, pwedeng may cap at pwede pong may t-shirt. Pero I know limited number lamang. Is that correct?
Lima lang po sila, Ma'am Pinky, and therefore kasama na yung kandidato na yan. So sa akin po, pag kasi napakadami na, ibig sabihin namigay siya ng mga t-shirts na yan, vote buying na po yun. Napakahirap po na may case, inuulit natin sa mga kandidato. Pag may case kayo sa amin, kita niyo po yung na-issue ng show cause orders, 7,000 po yun. Nag-hire ng lawyers, sumagot sa amin. Tapos pag may disqualification case ka pa, talagang sigurado, mag-hire ka ng abogado, mahal pa po yun, baka mas malaki pa ang magastos mo kesa doon sa kampanya mo. So, siguro po mas maganda traditional mode of campaigning at saka yung social media. Total naman libre sa social media.
Opo, i-campaign nga, hindi ho ba? So, just to clarify again, pag umiikot po ang kandidato, pwede pong magsuot si candidate at 4 na kasamahan lamang niya. Kasi sabi niyo, total of 5 including the candidate, nung mga t-shirt, ballers, and caps. Tama ho, sir?
Tama po, Ma'am Pinky.
Okay.
Yan lang po yung ating pinapayagan.
Opo. So, that should be clear, sir. So, kapag umikot ho sila, hindi ho ba nakasanayan na dati, nagbibigay ng mga t-shirt, ballers, caps. They cannot do that. You were saying, matagal na po yung batas na yon, but you will strictly implement it this time around.
Yes, kaya hanggang kahapon lang unang araw, 134 na kaagad yung na-showcase natin. Ayan po, yung katulad ng pinapakita sa inyong mga TV screen, yung mga gumagamit pa talaga ng mga tricycle. Hindi naman natin pipigilan, pero kung yung mismo tricycle driver, pagkatapos yung mga nakasakay sa tricycle, may naka-t-shirt lahat ng ganyan, hindi po yun 5, kung hindi sobra sa 5 po. And therefore, mananagot po sa amin yung mga kandidato.
Kailangan talaga bilangin, Chairman, hanggang 5 lang. The poster, sir, na nakakabit sa mga tricycle, let's say siya ay supporter ni candidate A, is that okay?
Yung po kasing mga tricycle, yan po ay private property and therefore hindi po namin yan masasaklaw. Kaya lang, kung yung nakalagay sa tricycle, mas malaki pa sa tricycle, mas malaki sa 2x3, yan po, kakasuhan namin yung mismong kandidato at i-remind namin siya. Susulatan po namin to remove all these campaign materials. In fact, pwede po namin isama yan sa Operation Backlash na ginagawa po at gagawin ng Commission on Election. So again, 2x3 lang po, lalo sa private property. Yeah. Pinapayagan natin ng private property so long as may consent yung private owners po. But, again, 2x3. Ma'am, may mga style pong ginagawa pa mga kandidato. 2x3 nga, ang ginagawa, pinagsasama-sama yung 2x3 nila, hindi na po 2x3 yun. Dapat po 2x3 kahit magkakasama lahat, yung iisang pangkat o yung iisang grupo.
Talagang maghahanap ng paraan para dumami. Ano po. So 2x3, whether it's yung kanilang mode of transportation o yung kanilang bahay, with the consent, of course, of the owner. Chairman, I just need to take a short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our source today, COMELEC Chairperson or Chairman George Garcia. Chairman, give us a rundown, sir, yung ilan na yung number ng show cause, yung illegal campaigning, early campaigning, tsaka illegal campaigning, sir.
Sa premature campaigning po, meron tayong almost 7,000 na mga show cause orders, and at the same time, we already filed almost 200 disqualification cases, of which by yesterday, may mga na-desisyon na po, and hopefully before October 30, lahat ng 200 na disqualification cases na yan ay madesisyon na ng COMELEC. Again, we committed to the public, to our people, we will disqualify candidates, we will remove their names from the list of candidates, and at the same time, those who will be elected, even if there is no disqualification resolution yet, we can still disqualify them even after the election. Now, when it comes to cases involving violation of our campaigning rules, yung mga illegal campaign materials, almost 134 na po as of kahapon. First day pa lamang po. And again, we are going to do that every day. We're going to issue show cause orders and file na po kaagad ng file ng mga cases kaagad.
You have a lot on your hands, Chairman, di ba? Parang ang hirap because you're already saying that, number one, 200 na yung disqualification cases ninyo. You're hoping that these will be resolved the soonest possible time. Sana bago nga po mag-eleksyon. But if that doesn't happen, they can still be disqualified if that is the decision after the elections. But 200, would that be a lot, sir? Madami ho ba yan? And are you expecting more?
Yes, ma'am. Kahit before, in the past, Ma'am Pinky, wala naman po nagkaroon ng filing ng mga premature campaigning kahit ng mga nakaraang barangay and SK elections. So this is the first time. Now, yung 200 na disqualification, premature campaigning pa lang po yan. There are other disqualification cases which we are resolving. But we are now resolving. Yung pong nuisance candidates, Ma'am Pinky, I committed in your program before that we will resolve all nuisance cases before the elections para hindi naman po makakatakbo yung mga talagang panggulo lamang at panlito sa mga kandidat, sa mga botante natin. Ngayon po, liliman na lang po ang pending namin ng nuisance cases because we were able to resolve in the last 2 weeks yung mga nuisance cases. So kaya po namin yan. Basta po may understanding kami at may commitment kami na talagang we will have to immediately resolve these cases prior to the election.
Chairman, you were talking about social media. Sabi mo nga, pwede ka naman mangampanya through social media. Meron ho bang tumututok on, let's say, black propaganda and disinformation? Is that part of your mandate?
Ma'am Pinky, yan po yung problem talaga natin. Number one, kulang kami sa resources. Pero number two, it's also because of our present law on social media. Technically po, Ma'am Pinky, wala po tayong social media regulation in the Philippines. Kahit po sa US, they are attempting to pass a social media regulation law, but unfortunately, may issue po kasi ng constitutionality, especially on the issue of the freedom of expression. So as far as the Comelec is concerned, then practically everybody can download something in the social media. In fact, pwede nga pong outside of the country, and how can you even prosecute them? What the Comelec can only monitor, Ma'am Pinky, under the present or given circumstances, yun lang pong expenditure nila, lalo yung mga nagpapaboost ng mga nasa kanilang social media accounts.
I see. Okay. So, sir, siguro kailangan ng apila sa mga kandidato because I wanna move to yung trial run for the automated polls. Siguro, sir, it's important to know saan po ito magaganap at ilan?
Yes, Ma'am Pinky, meron po tayong 3 barangays, 2 barangays sa Dasmariñas, Cavite, at dito sa Pasong Tamo sa District 6 ng Quezon City, na kung saan automated po ang barangay and SK elections. But at the same time, mabilis na mabilis lang po, meron din po tayong early voting hours, 5 to 7 o'clock sa Muntinlupa at sa Naga City, at meron po tayong 11 na malls na gagamitin sa Metro Manila, sa Legazpi at sa Cebu para sa mall voting po natin. Ito po yung mga special projects natin.
Sir, don't worry. I think we still have time. Yung pong automated election system, ilang barangay po? I didn't quite get that. Is that 2 and 2?
3 barangays, ma'am. 3 barangays po. 2 barangays in Dasmariñas, Cavite, and 1 barangay in District 6 of Quezon City.
Bakit ho silang napili for the automated election system?
Yes, ma'am. Meron dapat na barangay sa NCR, meron barangay outside ng NCR. At the same time, isang small, medium, and a large barangay. Yung large barangay po, malaking-malaki po kasi yung nasa Quezon City.
Right. I think Barangay Commonwealth ho ba? Chairman, yung isa sa pinakamalaking barangay. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Pero ito po, Pasong Tamo po itong barangay po natin. Barangay
Okay.
Pasong Tamo. Yes po.
This is going to be a first, hindi ho ba?
Yes, ma'am.
For the
First time po tayo
barangay
mag-automate ng BSKE.
Apa, okay. And then, you were saying that there will be early voting, 5 to 7 a.m.?
Yes, ma'am. Dito po sa Muntinlupa and meron din po tayo sa Naga City, early voting hours, 5 to 7 exclusively. Again, exclusively for senior citizens, PWDs, and heavily pregnant women. Para naman po total, yung mga senior citizens maaagang gumising, exclusive sa kanila, hindi sila mahahalo sa mga regular na botante po natin.
Bakit dun lang po sa mga lugar na yon?
Yes, ma'am. At least po, pilot test lang din muna. Isa sa NCR, and the election officer po namin is very much willing to proceed with early voting at isa po sa Naga City outside ng NCR.
Got it, sir. Very quickly, just to get more information, there are doubts and questions on the outcome of the past elections, the past presidential elections. You made a proposal, Chairman, you gave a proposal to actually paano nga ho ba open up some of the ballots na the respondents can even choose ilan pong ballots at kung saan. Mangyayari ho ba to, Chairman Garcia?
I initially talked to the members of the NBank and they are so responsive, positive sa ating pong proposal just to settle once and for all these doubts and as regards the integrity of the results of the previous election. At the same time, this will guide also the COMELEC in our procurement process and at least in the future elections when we are going to choose the supplier for the new machines for the 2025 elections. The best evidence always in an election are the original ballots inside the ballot boxes. Although ginawa na po natin yan, Ma'am Pinky, meron tayong random manual audit,
Right.
99.9% ang accuracy. Ginawa rin po ng PPCRP, 99.97% ang accuracy. But to settle once and for all, I'm offering even to the respondent, to the petitioner in the case na pinapadisqualify nila Smartmatic. Sabi ko, sige po, gusto nyo one per region, at our expense, you choose the precinct that you want and you choose the position that you want. I think that's a win-win situation. During the hearing po, they are so responsive, they are so amenable to such a proposal.
So this actually might happen.
Yes, ma'am. We will
Okay.
push through with that.
All right, COMELEC Chairperson George Garcia, sir, as always, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Salamat po, Ma'am Pinky.
Thank you.
Mabuhay po kayo.
Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.